Hi, it's Heather. I have some layouts I want to share. I have created these over the past couple of months, and I was trying to do a layout share once a month, but as much of you already know, anyone who does YouTube videos, finding the time is not always easy. And I've posted these on Instagram if you follow me there, and some on my blog and various Facebook groups, but wanted to share them here as well. So here we go. So this is a new kind of layout for me. It's I'm not really great at monochromatic layouts, but with this cut file, made it really easy. It's a Paige Evans cut file, and it pretty much takes up the entire page, so it was easy to just add some flowers and some sequins. The flower here is from Cheeky Studio, and this butterfly flare is from Cuts to Love. And the flowers were all just from my stash. I have a ton of flowers. So I was happy to use a lot of these. This is a picture of my daughters. So this one is a picture of my daughter, and the journaling here is about her and her slime business. She has been selling slime to her friends and has done very well at saving her money and budgeting, so I was really proud of that, so I wanted to document it. And I got these star sequins from Cuts to Love as a gift from ordering, and really wanted to use them, like, you know, the sky. And I have my ceiling fan on, so I apologize if things are, I don't know, blinking at you in the reflection. I've also had these star, oh my goodness, it's escaping me, the word, for a very long time. I've had them, and probably like 10 years, and thought that this was a good layout to use them on. So that's hence the name You Have Made Us Star Stuff. If anybody's heard that quote before, I thought it was appropriate. This layout is with remnants of my Pretty Little Studio stash. It's, I think, a combination of a couple of different collections, but actually, there's another one. I had these in order chronologically, which is how I store my layouts, so that's why they weren't together. But I used a film strip die from Pretty Pink Posh, and this was the original plan for the layout. And then I had all of these squares popped up, which I couldn't throw them away. They were cute. So I came up with a plan to create two layouts from them, and I'm really happy with the way that they turned out. So most of the embellishments are from Pretty Little Studio, except for these puffy hearts are from Freckle Fawn, and then the big words are from Dear Lizzie. This is a Pretty Little Studio flare, and these are from Hip Kit Club exclusive. And I use black for both because I love the way that it makes the colors of the pattern paper pop. So I was really happy with both of these. And the puffy stars and hearts, these are from Pink Fresh Studio. These are from Freckle Fawn. These are also from Freckle Fawn, which I'm really kind of sad. I know that they're changing their type of online shop, but I love the embellishments that Freckled Fawn came out with, and I know they've been adding some other things to their website, but I haven't really seen a lot of this stuff come back, which I don't know if that they're just doing away with it. But I painted these with my Kiritaki watercolor. Actually, no, these are from the Prima watercolor set, the metallics. So this layout is Well, it was inspired by all the books, and this is a picture of my daughter at the library. I thought it was appropriate, and I decided to cut out a bunch of the books from one of the pattern papers. And there was also some stickers that also came with the collection. I actually entered this in a challenge on Scrapbook.com and won. It was for the use of embellishments, so they really liked it, and I was happy about that because I like it as well. My daughter is not a big fan of reading, so to see her sitting down to read a book makes me happy. This is a cut file from Paige Evans. It's I'm not sure what it's called, but she has a few of them where you fold, and I decided to staple them all down. And this is of a picture of my mother and I on our way to see Dancing with the Stars. So that was a fun night. My journaling is on here. This will tuck back in. This is from Bramble Fox. I love their acrylic pieces. This is an old collection from my mind's eye, probably 10 years old. But I have had it for so long and wanted to use it up, and my daughter and I both got glasses at the beginning of this year. So I was trying to come up with a cute title. So all you need is a little perspective. I thought that was fun, and this collection had a lot of glasses in it. So this was kind of inspired by a layout that Paige Evans did, and obviously I used her paper, and all of these were in the sticker book, the 30-page sticker book. And they were actually speech bubbles, but it didn't really work because some of them were pointing in the wrong direction. So I just cut them. But I matted them all in white cardstock, and then I cut them out, and some of them I popped up. But this is a layout of me and my journey this year of posting my work online and my goals, my crafty goals, which some of them have come true, which is very exciting. So I'm just documenting that in some of the open spaces. This layout, I used Judabug collection, and it's a picture of my daughter and I, which turned out really nice. And this is a cut file from Paige Evans, and it's the inspiration for this actually started with this cloud stencil. It's from my favorite things, and I love the way it creates a sky. So this is a cut file from Paige Evans, and I think the paper is actually from Amy Tan, but I wanted to incorporate a lot of sequins. Some of them are from Spiegel Mom Scraps and Pretty Pink Posh, Studio Katia, and a picture of my daughter. I took the stars that were cut out and I stitched them together and then popped them up. This layout, this is a cut file from Paige Evans also. It's just documenting a girls' night at her school, my daughter's school. And I stitched this, and I had no idea how difficult it was going to be. It's kind of brave of me to do, but it was so thin that it ripped in several places, so I tried to cover it up with some embellishments. This layout, I had so many hearts from the Paige Evans collection, and then some of these puffy hearts are from Pink Fresh Studio. And this title came to me from something I saw on Pinterest, and so that's where I came up with this idea. And I did machine stitch. That it didn't quite turn out the way that I was hoping. Does that ever happen? You have an idea in your head. But I'm still happy with the way that it turned out. This layout is also using collections, or a combination of collections from Paige Evans, and inspired by one of her design team layouts. So I took the most of the squares from the 2x2 paper pads and layered them up and just add different embellishments. And I had this strip of photos of me and my daughter from years ago, and it was about the same size, so I thought that that was fitting. This layout is of my daughter and nephew from years ago. I used Simple Stories, and I only have the 6x8 paper pad, and I had all of these stickers from the sticker sheet, which have these little, and I guess they're made from like planners, which I don't do. I don't decorate planners, but that's what gave me the idea to do this large grid design. And then I hand stitch each of the squares and then embellished with a lot of the chipboard and stickers. And then I added glossy accents to a lot of the elements. This layout I created for a challenge on Paige Evans' Facebook page, and it was to scrap lift one of her layouts. And she did this folding technique with hexagons. And so I took that as part of the scrap lift and sort of the layout. These are pictures of my nephews and my daughters. So the theme of mine is a little bit different and embellished a little bit different, but it was a scrap lift challenge, and I was happy with the way that it turned out. I thought it was pretty cute. So if you have scraps and you have either a hexagon die or punch or digital, I think now she has cut files that do this, that score or perforate the folding lines. I didn't have that. I have a hexagon die, so I cut out a bunch of dies and then I folded them myself, which was a little time consuming, but I like the way that it looks. This layout was inspired by all the camera cut files and cameras that I had from the Hello collection from Doodlebug. And the story of this layout is basically my daughter doesn't allow me really to take her picture very easily at all. And I was trying to snap photos of her, and of course she puts her face in front of her, her hand in front of her face. And this one I just so happened to catch it right as her face was her hand was covering her face. And yeah, that's basically the story of when I'm trying to take a picture of her is I'm like, smile, please. So I took my paints, shimmers, and Prima metallic paints, and I just chose based on the colors. And then these are cut files from the cut shop, all these, and I stitched with gold thread, added vellum and sequins. And like I said, the cameras are from Doodlebug. This is Coca Vanilla Studios, and I love their collection. I love the color combinations. This is actually an experiment, really, because I had seen something on Pinterest where someone just took gold paint and painted it on their background. And this is actually Heidi Swap metallic gold paste, because I didn't have any gold paint, but I love the way that it looks. It's my daughter a few years ago. This is another really old My Mind's Eye collection. Up and Away, I think it was called. Just a picture of my husband and daughter. We were at the lake. We walk down there frequently and feed the turtles and the birds. This is also My Mind's Eye collection, and I love the pattern papers in this collection. And I have so much of it, and usually this type of layout will make me sad because I'd be using so much of it. And these are full circles. I didn't get them, but I stitched around the edges. And even though it used a lot of pattern paper on one layout, I am really happy with the way that it turned out. The design was so simple, but I love incorporating all the patterns. And then this layout is a picture of, this is coming off. I have a hard time with some of these acrylic pieces. It's probably because I popped it up on foam. Glossy accents is the best way to glue these down, but I will glue that back. This is a cut file from Paige Evans, and I used her collections, so my daughter and myself. Nothing really extraordinary about this one, just I love the black combination of the black cut file with all the patterns. If you have a lot of scraps, it's a good way to use them up, backing cut files. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you saw something that you liked or was inspired by. If you have any questions about any of the layouts or the products that I use, just feel free to leave me a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do so if you're interested in more videos in the future. Have a great day.